The Bobcats return to the court with a couple big wins, one against Logansport, one against Lebanon. We're here to break it all down right here on the BobKast, here at the Kokomo Post Sports. I'm your host, Jay Stevens. And to my right, like always, it's a man that could be a comedian. On the side is Chandler Levingston Simon. Two big wins, two close wins. Did you get any sleep after that?
Yeah, got a couple gray hairs. By the way, you set yourself up for that. I just thought about this. You said cats, court, and then there was another, the C one. I don't know what it was, but yeah, you set yourself up for that.
I did.
You did.
I did.
But definitely got some sleep after that. Got the rest. They definitely like stressing me out at times. It's definitely apparent. I'm gonna look just like my dad with all this salt and pepper. I wondered how he got it. This is how.
I thought it was because he was raising you.
No. Maybe, I don't know.
I mean, having to deal with you and your siblings, I mean, that would be a great way for a dad or any parent to get gray hair.
I don't know. I mean, Kelsey was not hard at all. She's still his favorite, openly.
Oh, wow.
No, openly.
Okay.
Sam, you've heard it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's been like, yeah, if I could, in year one, he's like, if I could draft his sister, I'd pick him. I'd pick her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Openly, he said it. He's like, yeah, if I could pick his sister, I'd pick his sister over everybody else.
So she's like the Cheryl Miller of the family.
Not necessarily. Just me and her relationship. She's
Okay.
Cheryl Miller,
Okay.
I guess you
okay.
could say.
Okay.
But because my older brother is still, my oldest brother, he was technically like a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Up until he got hurt, so it's a little different.
Okay.
Then Hugh, I don't think he was that difficult. And then Tristan, I know she's difficult. Yeah, she's always been difficult.
And to my left, it's a man that's going to be laughing a lot today. It's Sam Beckom. He's the GM of the Bobcats. Two close wins. Both wins were by 3 points. Did you get any sleep after the game?
I did. Of course, it's a late night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wound up getting some sleep. It was good.
Must be nice not being the coach. Just walk in, make sure everything runs smoothly, and then you get to leave and I have to deal with the stress.
He's more stressed than me.
Yeah, my blood pressure definitely goes up. Yeah,
he's more stressed than so I can tell you the phases of how Sam goes through the game day, and to me it's sometimes funny because I have to be like, somebody will usually be like, hey man, we're good, just take it, because so he'll get there probably, I'm guessing, around 2 p.m. to set up. Is right.
Yeah.
2 p.m. for a 7 o'clock game?
Yep.
Okay.
Set up everything. So if something goes wrong within that setup, there's already some level of stress there. Then by the time guys start showing up around 4 or 5, something always happens within that time period. It's guaranteed. It's like some type of problem that has to be solved. And Sam is literally the person that has to handle 90% of problems within the team. Unless it's like a personnel thing with the players. I mean, a lot of time he's in on those too. So if there's anything that's going on, like, hey, we're out of something, or something's wrong with the shirts, or something like the merch, something's wrong with whatever, Sam's handling it. Then he gets there's a 40, maybe a 30-minute period of time where he's like, okay, I can relax for a second because the team showed up.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah, but there's the official showed up, the team showed up. There's that little maybe 45 on the clock.
Yeah.
To maybe 15 before that little 30-minute period. He's like, okay, cool, I can relax for a second. Then he's like, okay, I got to make sure that whoever's singing or doing the
National anthem, invocation.
Yeah, invocation. Yep, I couldn't think of the word.
You were struggling with that.
100%, without doubt. I had no clue what the word. And then tonight's invocation. I'm like, I've never heard actually the word said clearly. To be fair, because
it doesn't happen very often.
Once you say it over the PA, it does not come out as clear as you think.
No.
So then he's got to find those people. So there's a little bit of, then tip-off happens. And once tip-off happens, depending on how the players play, that's a foul. Come on. That's a bad call. I'm telling you, he's riled up. He's ready to go.
I've seen moments where you are riled up, while the game's being played. And Chandler just does what Chandler does. He'll walk over to the right. Let's say it's a home game. Walk over to the right. He's smiling, all just laid back. He's like, hey, man, we good. I've seen you do that before, but I'm not even thinking like Sam's like this the entire game. It's just maybe one bad call, or you're just like an extension of Corey going after the refs every now and then. I can say that because we've had him on the show, but I've seen that. But man, like
He's into it.
it's like he's an assistant coach,
Yeah.
just not in the huddle or at practice.
Well, he's at practice.
Well,
every
he's
day.
at practice.
Yeah.
Like I would, yeah. I'm
like-
trying to throw shots at you, but that was a bad one. That was throwing it at the wall, but it missed really badly.
No, he's there. Yeah.
And that's why I'm so into it too. Is I see these guys practice all the time, so I definitely see their potential.
Yeah.
And then yeah, well, I know the rules so well because I read that rule book all the dang time and have to know everything. So it's like, what? Like, what do you? What type of a call is that? You know,
Like what was it? I don't know, the home game. Whatever. It was that the
He said the home game. There's been
It
a
was
lot
Lebanon.
of
No,
home
no,
games.
I was trying to think like the last one. Like it was
yeah,
Lebanon.
the last one there was.
I
Lebanon,
told him
yeah.
I was like, no, that's not the rule. And then the refs had to like come together and like change the rule
right.
because they were gonna get like so they made it. So what it was somebody made a three. There was a foul under the basket while the ball was in the air. It was like on the box out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it's got to be just an and one. I'm like, because they don't get the ball back. There's no way they get the ball back. They got 3 points. Now they get the ball. I'm like, that's absurd.
Right.
Like it'd be just an and one. He's like, you know what? You're right.
So they shot the ball. Ball's in the air. There was a foul under the basket.
It was on Johnny
And they were trying to get the ball back.
at first. And then I was like, hold up, no.
That's not what it is.
No, that's the same thing at every level of basketball.
I don't know. I've never seen that in college or high school, to be fair.
No, they're like, I mean, the and one part.
No, because it's an off-ball foul. So I don't know. I've never seen it really at the the
Okay.
high school or
Okay.
college too much.
Yeah.
I've really only seen it at the professional level.
Yeah,
Because usually they just
it's
do
an
it.
unusual one.
In college, a lot of times they'll just be like, clean it up. That's really what they'll just clean it up. You know, and down there, they'll hit you with that one with the stern dad voice, and then you just kind of go about play.
What has it been like since going from Cliff to Chandler leading the team? Because everybody talks about his style being different than his dad's, but it's one that the players gravitate towards.
Yeah, it definitely was a change. Not more relaxed, really. I think a lot of people think of it as more relaxed, but it's not. Like it's just as intense. But I think the guys have a voice. The guys, they get a little chatty at times with that voice, but Chandler always takes everything into consideration. It's not a my way or the highway sort of thing. And everybody kind of has a voice and a different an opinion on it.
You feel the same way? Was that
Yeah,
something
no,
you
that's
would say
accurate.
similar? Okay.
I mean, the only thing is sometimes it's a little too much of a voice sometimes.
Oh, from the players?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but it's also and I always have time and place.
Right.
Like that's been my saying for the past 2 years, like time and place. I don't mind having conversations with anybody about anything. I'm most probably transparent person you'll know.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally asked me whatever you want on the show, I'd answer it kind of openly
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah.
So I just tell it like time and place. I don't mind answering questions. It's just, is this really gonna help us in this moment? If not, we can talk about it later.
And that's the other thing that's good is they all have the relationship with him. They can text him, they can call him. It's not a hey, we have to have a meeting about this
Yeah,
per se.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I mean, all the guys that he brings in, he has great relationships with. So they already know him. They know how he's going to act. They know pretty much how the whole thing's going to be, and that's why they want to come here too. And yeah, I mean they can text him, they can call him anytime. They know that he's a phone call away. So actually, my phone probably rings less with him here than with Cliff here. Yeah.
That could be good or bad.
Oh, they call me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all that just means. They call
Okay.
me.
So your phone's ringing more now that you're the coach, and then yours is ringing less.
Oh, they joke around like so. There's like so if you ask Barber because Barber's got that front room at the house, so he'll joke around, be like, "Yeah, I know something's going on with Chandler pacing outside. He's on that phone just pacing." And like, because a lot of time I'm on the phone like handling stuff or doing things, and I'm just walking around like outside. It's a decent way to get some steps in because I'm not playing as much, so it's one of those like I can do that, and then on top of it, I don't know why I think better just walking around.
I think it's normal though. Like anybody that gets on the phone, if I got a phone, like if I'm taking a phone call, I'm walking around, like pacing around the apartment. Or
That might just be normal for me and you.
Yeah,
And the half the population that does that. The other half, there's another part like of the population that doesn't do that.
Oh no, man, I gotta be moving. I gotta be. If I'm on the phone, like if I start sitting down, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna walk around, I'm gonna try to do something just naturally because like
You a walker?
Oh yeah, and pick up and clean and like do stuff like that while I'm
on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So if we went to your house right now, it'd be not spotless yet, but just make a phone call for about 20 minutes, everything will be cleaned up.
Oh yeah. If he calls me, sometimes we're on the phone 30, 40 minutes. It's amazing what I get done. Oh yeah, I'm going, baby.
Oh no, I've seen it too at the like because we'll be at the print shop and he'll just be on the phone just doing stuff as he's on the phone.
Yeah, man. No. I can't be that productive. I can't at all. I try to be when I'm on the phone.
Oh, usually, like I haven't done it this year yet, but last year I was in the print shop a fair amount doing stuff, and I'm on the phone just handling calls.
Okay. You got any more of these coming out? I don't know what kind of merch you guys have. I got this
that one
year.
or like
just this one in general.
Yeah, I think there's more.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have those, but he's got some new designs that'll be coming out this week. So
yeah.
Yep, that's what we're doing right now. Is printers are up and rolling, so that's good. And he's a designer, man. I don't know if everybody knows that, but he pretty much puts together all of our designs, and he does some good stuff.
You was talking about that before we came in, talking about some stuff that he's been doing, and some graphics take up to 8 hours to put together, and sometimes you just get in that zone. I think it's what you called it, where you just get locked in and you're just focused on it, however long it takes. That's how long it takes.
Yeah, I definitely will sometimes. I forget to eat sometimes while I'm doing it because I'm like, okay, let me do this and let me do this. Let me get this together. Most of the time, stuff doesn't take me that long, but like there's a few things that like something will happen and I'm like, ooh, let me change that. And, like I'll progressively see stuff like, and I'm like, I don't like that. Like I was talking to Sam, like even with this new design, I was like, I like this. I'm like, should I add this in the background or take this out? And he's like, nobody can see that but you.
He'll be like, should this letter be connected to this letter? And I'm like, who would ever even think of that being like the thing? Like,
yeah, it's like little details and stuff like that. So, I mean, most designs, I'll say like a lot of time, I get stuff done in like 20 minutes.
Okay. That's pretty quick.
Like that one was 35.
That's quick. This is also coming from someone that does not know anything about doing stuff like that.
I mean, is it necessarily like the quick? It's pretty quick, but I won't say it's like.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's pretty simple. Like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Yeah. So something you just kind of 4 circles, and then you take the tool, and then like the text tool, click, and then Kokomo. Type that in, and then find the BobKast lettering. Type that out in that font. Have it come up as that. Change it to a vector. Then I add on. I know there's some people. Anybody that watches like they know this. They're like, okay, yeah, no, I know exactly. I found a basketball online. That was the most difficult part is connecting those. It's like the S and that. That's a whole different. That's technically 3 different images.
Oh, okay.
Like the swoop, the basketball,
and
then the lettering is 3 different images that I just had to connect to one.
That doesn't sound hard.
It's not difficult. It's just time consuming at times. And you also got to make it look like it flows into one.
Do you have any thing you do to be creative in your free time?
No, not really.
No?
I mean, I work a lot. I'm gonna be honest.
So you don't have free time.
Well, and like I do all of our stuff for Canva, so like all the creative stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly on Canva making another graphic and doing this and doing that and just a little bit of everything. So yeah.
I mean, you got a little bit more free time than around this time than you did last year.
Oh yeah. Well, it just kind of depends how the season's going.
Well, no, because Jackrabbits.
Oh yeah, right.
So like, you're not doing 2-3 things at once.
Right. Yeah. Usually this time I'm getting ready to start setting up for that. So, yeah.
Oh man, you might be shedding a tear in a couple weeks because you won't be having baseball at all.
I know. Well, I've been teasing everybody ever since. I don't know what I'm going to do in July. I've never had a July for like probably 15 years. I've never had a July it's just always been one baseball game after the next.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll get to enjoy a little time off after this basketball season.
Well, maybe. I mean,
You never know.
we've got some things in the works.
We have some things in the works.
I hope it works out. I definitely do. Let's get to the basketball. We can talk about life all day. The first win last week was at Logansport, 129 to 126. Excuse me. Then the next win last week was first at home against Lebanon, 117 to 114. What happened in that game against Logansport? Because that was the first time you guys got a win at the Berry Bowl.
Yeah. I have some thoughts about the setup over there. Some good and some bad.
We have time. I mean, we haven't seen Brady get up to talk about, the natural pause we have in the show. We haven't seen him get up yet, so we got time.
I love the fact that I love the way their team plays. I'll say that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heart, a lot of intensity.
Yeah.
Coach Casey, it's my guy. He coached me, was it 3 years ago?
Okay.
So that was my old coach. Great guy. I enjoy him. We talk a fair amount.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, personnel-wise, things like that, great. It's great they're trying to do this for the city of Logansport. Great. Crowd's pretty decent, solid thing. I don't love the politics of the high school not letting them put down lines because of the floor. Don't necessarily love that, but I mean, it is what it is. I understand, like that's where they're going to play. That's where it's the same for them and it's the same for us. So it's not.
Yeah.
You just kind of got to change the strategy a little bit more.
Yeah, it's tough.
So the thing about it is, and this is where we've kind of had an internal debate. The 3-point line, it's like, is it the 3-point line that's a bigger deal, or the fact the lane's not there? The lane's not as wide.
Naturally, I think the average person would think it's a 3-point line, but that the paint being smaller is a big deal.
Yeah,
because moving 3 feet, 4 feet back, those guys that are shooting those threes, if you can't move back, you're probably not going to do it anyway. Like you're going to shoot if that shot there, then at the high school 3-point line, Sheen's going to shoot that. Corey's going to shoot that. They may take a deeper three, but it's a maybe with or without the line.
Yeah.
That wider lane.
I mean, as of right now, I think also Johnny's first 3 of the year.
I think the paint is a big deal.
Yeah.
But
I'd say for our team, because we're so paint focused, it shrinks the court at times. So everybody's more compact. It's harder to driving lanes and it's harder for post moves. So it makes you have to play a little bit differently. But do I think it's is it really that big of a deal? But like I said, I don't love it just because it affects a key part of our game. But at the same time too, I understand the nuances of how as a league that's got to go and for a new team and things like that. I get all that stuff. So it's not we got to adjust. It's not the first time we've had to play in a place that wasn't necessarily what we wanted. I mean, at the same time too, what we want as the opposing team really doesn't matter too much as long as we're treated fairly in the same way that they're being treated. Yeah. But it's not the end of the world one way or the other.
What advice would you give the people running the Logansport team in regards to
himself?
I help out a lot there.
Okay. So what advice would you be able to kind of, not so much advice to people there, because now you're helping out a lot, but with those lines? I understand why that's the case, but could something be done from the team standpoint to try to put those lines in there?
Yeah, maybe. The number one thing is, and I don't know who made the decision, but they don't have a protective coating on their floor. So they've got straight up wood on their floor. It's a straight wood floor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't put tape on it right now either. They'd need that protective coating down to then put temporary lines down, or put permanent lines down. But then, the high school is going to have to deal with that. So, obviously just talking to the school corporation and kind of working that out. I mean, I guess that's one of the things that I always talk to when we get ready to go to a different gym is I'm like, hey, we're going to have to put these lines down, and I've never had any pushback. I've always had, oh yeah, and let us help. So, Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those growing pains they're gonna kind of have to figure out through the years. So, Logan Sports also looking at maybe building a multi-sports complex
Oh,
in which they would play there.
okay.
So, similar to what Lebanon has, I think their eventual goal is to have a multi-sports complex. So then they'd have a court. So maybe this high school is only a 1 or 2 year thing.
I hope they get the money to do that. Or Logansport, the city, not so much the team. The city would be doing that.
The city would be
Okay.
doing that. Yeah.
I mean, I know there's one team that's actually building their own facility, and that's Little Rock right now.
Right.
That's not gonna be like till 2027.
Takes a
I think
while. Takes a while.
I talked to Deshaun about that. Shout out Deshaun, that's my guy. Another one of my guys. He actually drafted me.
Okay.
Team owner in Little Rock. So yeah, I was talking to him about that, and he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm all for it as long as my jersey goes up in the rafters." I'll show up. I'll drive down to Little Rock. I'll do whatever. Just put me up in the rafters, even though I did not have the numbers to be in the rafters.
Speaking of courts, I'm glad you're here for this one. Since we're talking about courts and teams doing different things, building their own facilities and things like that, I'm not going to talk about building anything here in Kokomo, but is there a chance that the Bobcats will play at Memorial this year?
Probably not,
Okay.
because just because of the construction project going
Okay.
on. So I haven't really talked to them on where they're at. It all has to do with when all the water gets done and the water's back on and all that good stuff. And I don't think I would want to move there just for the playoffs. I definitely want to have like one game in there ahead of time,
Yeah.
just for the comfort of everything. So yeah, probably all of our playoffs will be at Hayworth.
It's not bad, though.
No, it's a good atmosphere.
It
I
is.
really like it.
It is. It's a great atmosphere. Great size. I like the size of the gym.
Yep.
Still feel kind of homey. Get the suites in there too. Seems like the players seem to like it too, playing there.
I mean, a lot of them don't know any different either.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I mean, like the initial 4 or 5 do, and then I know Barber played some games at Memorial.
It's about an even split.
Yeah, it's about half
Him
and
and,
half.
him and Joe.
Joe played a couple. Yeah, I mean, there's about four or 5 guys that never played at Memorial.
Oh man, it'd be like a whole new world.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing about it. And I will say Memorial is like in terms of minor league basketball, that's a great venue, great size venue.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I went out to Frederick, Frederick's about the same size as Hayworth. Actually,
Okay.
they're college. It's about the same size, but it's just the layout's just a little bit more space. It's more
It's open.
lateral than vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but then they also have an upstairs too. I've seen a few venues that have been pretty cool. I know Enid's pretty cool. Enid's spaced out, but it's cool because everything's kind of there. I'm trying to think who else. Albany's got a nice layout. There's this pretty solid. I've only seen videos of New York Phoenix.
Okay.
It's a nice setup. Lebanon, I do like Lebanon's. The thing that I think would, I guess, make it a little bit more, is if somehow that one court could be kind of boxed off more.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
it feels like it's just open.
Yeah.
At times.
So I originally thought that Lebanon played at the high school, at Lebanon
They
High
did.
School.
They did originally.
Yeah.
So
First
they originally did.
Mhm.
Okay. 'Cause-
3 years.
2 years.
2 years. First 2 years. Yeah.
So when did they move to the field house?
Last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is their second year at the
Yeah.
field house.
Does it have a better field than the high school did?
It's just different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for one, they can sell alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of a big deal.
The only other thing too is they something happened where locker rooms didn't get put in.
Yeah, there's no locker rooms.
Oh.
So we use classrooms.
It's like it's in high school.
Yeah. The other thing is why I don't like it. There's just too many things going on. So you could have a volleyball tournament next door and be hearing volleyball stuff going on.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
So the whistles from other that would mess me up.
Yeah, it's like being in Grand Park,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm if there was a way to box it off a little bit more.
Yeah.
But also most of their stuff's at night, so they've been pretty decent with not having other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
they've played a lot more Thursdays this year and Wednesdays and stuff. They're not even allowed in there on Saturdays this year because
too busy.
Oh yeah. They make
AAU is
big money on all that other stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'd also say like Lake County's got a good setup. Like Lake County's gym, super nice, historic.
Is that a college gym?
High school.
High school. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm over here having flashbacks over here. So they were my conference in high school. That's where Keem went.
Oh, okay.
So I know exactly where I was when we got knocked out of the playoffs my sophomore year of high school. So yeah.
There's like big pictures of Akeem all over the school. And everything. We walked around and saw him. Yeah. He's like a big deal there.
Oh, wait, so you're not joking about that?
No.
No.
Oh, I thought like
that is Akeem's school.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's 100%. Yeah, no.
You type in Waukegan High School, there's pictures of Akeem.
No, I'm just making that face because I'm like, we were supposed to, we did a really good job. Everything was cool, and then we didn't. And I tell you, the wagon wheels fell off. They fell off, exploded. The debris is no longer, serviceable or found. It was bad at a certain point.
You almost shed a tear when you brought that up.
Yeah, man, because that was like I only had 2 shots at going downstate, and that was one of them. My junior year, there was no chance. We absolutely no chance.
They can get in your back. You can take them there. You were good enough. I mean, a big fundamental can make it happen.
I appreciate your vote of confidence. No.
Okay.
No. Like I was solid, but I was not that guy.
Okay.
Like I understood, and that's always been my gift in terms of that. And like everybody's always said, coaching would be great for me. That's always been my gift. Is I have had self-awareness to know my strengths and weaknesses.
I ain't got it.
And like I will say that, like as a shooter, there was not too many people that I think shot better than me that came out of Stevenson. Not too many people I'd ever say that.
You said that you can shoot at least when you were playing pretty well.
Yeah. Then on top of it, the difference was my junior year, we didn't really we had guys that played college sports. Like one of the guys went to Wake Forest, he walked on to Wake Forest, but he was mostly there for high school. For school. And then we had a North Dakota State quarterback. He ended up starting there. We had athletes, but not basketball players.
Yeah, I get that.
And then the difference was my senior year, we had Jalen Brunson. He came in. We had another freshman that came in and played, Connor Cashaw. We ended up going to Rice and then Creighton. Played for McDermott at Creighton. His older brother was my year, and we're about the same size. Crazy athletic. He could have actually played college basketball. He just was like, I'm good.
I get that too.
He was kind of burnt out.
Yeah, some people get burnt out. Like I heard someone recently. It's actually in high school, and I heard that they're not planning on playing any sport in college.
Yeah, because
offers to play different things, but they just don't want to.
It's like it's a job.
Yeah.
And some people don't necessarily want that.
Yeah.
And it's because even after college, during college, he'd come home and I'm like, you can still play, right? Like, yeah. I kind of I don't know, I'm enjoying Mizzou, so. That's still my guy to this day. We also had Jim Morsey's son, who ended up playing football at Michigan State. I don't know if Jim Morsey from the Bears. He was on that.
The name sounds familiar. I can't think of his boy's name.
Matt Morsey.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on the Michigan State team that went to the chip and they lost, I think. Was that in 2016 or 17?
Your years be better than mine. I don't know.
But you know what I'm talking about, though? There was that Michigan State team that was, I think they were in the playoffs. They were in the college playoffs, whatever. Remember in the first one or second one?
Yeah.
He was on that team.
Okay.
We had another guy had a couple offers from Chicago State, ended up playing at Illinois Wesleyan. He could shoot the ball. And we had a couple other, athletes that were just on the team. Like I'm telling you, that was probably, and also we had my other guard, he went to Dartmouth, played basketball there.
Okay.
We that was the first time I was we had a team, we could play. And we ran into Darius Paul from last year. His team lost to them. And the only other time was that year with Akeem. We played against Akeem's team. And they had Mr. Basketball on their team.
Oh, so he didn't win Mr. Basketball.
No. But Akeem was nice, though.
Yeah, somebody was nice. He went to Minnesota.
Yeah.
He just played college ball in general. Not just Big Ten, but
So the other guy, he committed to I think he had offers from Illinois back in 8th grade. I don't know if people know in Illinois basketball, Jeremy Richmond, like if I say the name Jeremy Richmond, they're like, oh, no, that dude was a problem. Like he had like maybe, I kid you not, he had like 6 at half. And my coach was like, good, good job, he's playing good defense. He said, oh, he's playing good defense? So he turned mid-game, he's like, he's playing good defense? Okay. Finished with like 30-something. And keep in mind, this is high school, the time is the same. It's still, what's it, 8-minute quarters?
8-minute quarters.
So that was 16 points. 16 minutes of time that he scored basically 30 points. And those that aren't good at math, that's about 2 points a minute.
He's doing pretty good.
Pretty good. Did you play any sports in high school?
So I did some basketball. I did a little bit of baseball, but I was in band. So
Okay.
I played drums. At Western, when you get to a certain point, it's like, what path are you going to take?
Yeah.
And so Andy Weaver was my basketball coach for a
Down
little
at
while.
Plainfield right now.
He's at Plainfield now. And Macaulay was his assistant, who is now at Noblesville.
I knew that name sounded familiar.
So Western's basketball team was legit when I was there. So I didn't quite crack that team. No way.
I still haven't heard you play drums, by the way.
Oh, I play drums. I don't play near as much as I used to.
No, but
I play some
it's
drums,
been like
but-
5 years. I still have never seen you just like even mess around before the game or something.
Yep.
To shoot around. Like I've just never seen. Like I kind of want to see that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I can play anytime. Yeah. I taught drums for like 9 years too.
Okay.
So I got drummed out, and so yeah, when I started doing sports stuff, of course, the drums kind of take a back seat. But I still teach. I still teach at Western. I get out there every now and then and get to help them out. So that's good. So yeah.
So you mentioned Western, you being a part of the band and helping out when stuff out there teaching. Is there any chance that their pep band could be at a Bobcats game and play a little bit?
Yeah, so we've done that in the past. We had Taylor come out one time, and I had Kokomo come out one time. And the main thing is the pep band schedule is ahead of our season.
Correct.
So they're focused on concert band during our season. So it's hard for them to get that pep band stuff back out and do that.
Okay.
So yeah, it just didn't really work into the schedule, which that's also why we created Bobcats Drumline.
Right.
So we wanted something to bring energy and just have a good time. And a lot of the guys on Bobcats Drumline know me. So that's kind of the outlet that we went with that.
The Drumline does a pretty good job of getting everybody hype.
Yeah.
And I really hope they bring the juice this coming weekend. There are 2 home games. One game Thursday on the road, then a Saturday, Sunday at home. Thursday is at Lebanon, and then Saturday, first time playing St. Louis this year, and then Sunday is playing Logansport once again. How do you prepare a team at this point of the year for 3 games in 4 days?
A lot of it's got to be, I kind of want to say like controlled chaos at times.
I get that.
Like you have to get them, we have to get moving, but at the same time, I can't do too much because that's going to be a lot on your body for 4 days. And the guys, I think at this point they start to realize, because initially like, nah, we're gonna practice and then and then they're all amped up to like, yeah, I'm gonna play 30 minutes in each game. You're not. We got to build you up there. You're not like the first two, like 1 or 2. You're like, after the first game, like, okay, I feel it in my body a little bit. Second game, you're like, why did you wake me up for this third game?
Right?
Like, why am I awake? Because the third game is usually on a Sunday, and if we have shoot around, it's gonna be 8, 9 in the morning. So they're initially like, why are we doing this? Like that's literally their first thought and their first opportunity to look at me and just with disgust that I even put it on the schedule. That shoot around. Like no, like I'm not kidding at all. They will literally if I had a bat right now, I'd take his knee out. Like that's the type of energy that I get sometimes on, because your body hurts at that point. And then they like after the first one we did, they all started to be like, you know what? I'm okay with this decisions of what you're making in terms of these subs, and I want to win each one of these games. But as long as we're winning, I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're winning, like people shouldn't really complain.
Oh no, they don't necessarily complain. It's just it's just the initial. It's like everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like I can do more. I can do more. Like,
Yeah.
like we're up 15. We got another game tomorrow. Relax for a second. Take this little extra 3 minutes on the bench.
Is it hard for you going from a Saturday game to a Sunday game when that Sunday game is less than 24 hours before that Saturday game started?
Oh yeah, big time. There's a lot of stuff in a turnaround, which actually this season it just worked out so we didn't have very many of those. But oh yeah, there's a lot, especially the money standpoint, getting stuff away and getting started again and all that good stuff. And of course it being 3:00 too, so you're up bright and early the next morning getting ready for it.
Talk about getting no sleep. You probably don't get much sleep. You probably won't get much sleep Saturday night going into that Sunday game.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Just part of it, but that's part of why I like the job too, though. The grind of it and I never know what day of the week it is.
Right.
It's when the next game is and where we're going, So I kind of like that part of it.
Yeah, because I know it's funny because people will look at me crazy and how don't you know when I barely know what I have to do the same day.
Right.
I woke up and was like, oh, I have the BobKast today. I forgot all about it for a second until I want to say about noon today. Had a moment this morning where I remembered, then I went back to sleep, forgot, woke up and I was like, oh, I got to get up. I got to start moving. Stuff I got to take care of,
I'm glad we have calendars in our phones because if not, my life would be a mess.
There's nothing in my calendar on my phone.
Nothing.
Actually, I take it back. Because I have a Android, so everything's Google based and it's cloud based. So if I ever put somebody's birthday in there, it's there forever now. So that's the only thing that's in my I get birthdays. I made the mistake of downloading the Bulls schedule one time because I was trying to figure out. I'm like, oh, when's the next Bulls game? Clicked on it to open it. And I said, oh, I downloaded it. Now this is going to forever be in my cloud. And now I get all the Bulls games of when they are. Hey, you have to leave at this time. I'm not going to the Bulls game. Don't. Now it's a thing, but I figured out how to turn that off. But there was a good period, a 2-year period where I knew when every Bulls game was. Had no intention of going, but I knew when they were.
Sam, what is one thing you're looking forward to when St. Louis comes to town?
Just the energy that I know the game will have.
Okay.
They always bring a ton of energy, and I think our team has been looking forward to facing them. So I think we'll bring a lot of energy too, and yeah, that's the main thing that comes out of that series always is a lot of energy. Hopefully, no injuries. So,
Chandler, you looking forward to this game? Yeah, I mean it's always a chess match with me and Nate. So I always enjoy that, and I definitely enjoy the idea of having to be put in different situations, different things like that. Because I don't think there's ever been a St. Louis game where I should take it back. There was one, the beginning of last year. We won by 15 or 11 or something like that. But that was the biggest. I think that's the biggest margin that between either team has ever had. I think for the most part, all the games have always been within 10 points. So everything it's okay, you made a sub, I got to make a sub. You're doing this, I got to do that. I'm doing this, I got you. Oh no, I thought I had you, didn't. It's a constant back and forth. So it's for me, it's I don't know if I said this before on the show, but I like puzzles. So for me, it's a great mental workout, and I enjoy it, and I really have fun with it. I may not look like it, but I'm definitely having fun with it.
Sam, we're up out of time, man. What's the last thing you want to leave the people with before the show ends?
Just come on out Saturday and Sunday. We have 2 back-to-back games. We're definitely going to need your energy. We have 2 great teams coming too, so St. Louis and Logansport. So we're going to need everybody's energy, and we want to pack that place both Saturday and Sunday.
The floor is yours.
He took care of the home games. Come to Lebanon. It's not that far. Yeah. Come hang out. They sell alcohol there for those of you that like that. The snacks are pretty solid. I think they got chicken tenders and things like that, and then other vittles and snacks and such. I think there's ice cream as well. Yeah. So come out to Logansport. Lebanon. That's the place. Lebanon. That's the place they need to go. Not Logansport. The green team. Leprechauns. Them.
That's Sam Beckom. That's Chandler Levingston Simon. I'm Jay Stevens, and this has been the BobKast. We'll see you next time.